Letter opener. This is a nice letter opener I got from one of my daughters for Christmas, and it's really nice and handy because it helps you keep from, letters open really easily. It's kind of obvious, but it's just a nice tool to have. It's also a nice gift to receive, so you can let the person, you never know what to give you for Christmas, like your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Let them know you want a fancy letter opener. One of the things that I use is a razor, and you just got to keep it in a safe place and of course dispose of it safely. I use it to cut out book pages. So as you can see, well, this one was already kind of coming loose, but whenever I want to cut out a page from a book, I use my razor. Or if I want to cut out like a page from one of my magazines, it's just easier than trying to get scissors in there. So you can just run the razor and the pages come right out like that. And then I'm going to tell you about another tool that I use when I'm making envelopes. I use book pages to make envelopes. And this one's kind of large, so I use a good pair of scissors. I got to have a good pair of scissors. And then for the envelopes, it helps to be able to fold with a nice crease, and that's where this comes in. This is a bone folder. You can get these on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive, about $6 or so. And what it does is it helps you fold the pieces. So I make my own envelopes out of book pages just because I find them more interesting. And the folding you can do with the bone folder like that, see? That, and then you get a nice crease on the envelope. You cut this straight, that, and then we cut it like that. And another tool that's really important in mail art is a good tape, and I use a transparent tape, not the magic tape, the transparent tape. It's nice and clear and it's really strong, and that way whatever your piece is, oops, let me bone fold that. Let's see. There we go. Whatever your piece is can come through nicely. And I have discovered that using book pages, nice sturdy coffee table book pages and tape actually saves money on envelopes. So, and that's a good thing there. If you're like me and you get a lot of mail art, I like to stamp the date when it comes in. It's really important to keep track of your mail, and it lets you know, how long it's been until you reply to the person. So I have one of these old office stampers. You can get it on Amazon. You can adjust the date, and that way you can stamp your mail as it comes in, which saves time, and it's just another way to stay on top of things and kind of keep organized. Another thing that I've got here is a homemade stamp cleaner. It's made with glycerin, which is inexpensive. You can buy it at the drugstore, baby shampoo, and distilled water. And there are recipes online, and it is invaluable and it works really well. I'll show you how to do it. Just take a paper towel, the stamp, spray it on there, and then just wipe it like that. And it's really clean. It's stained a little bit, but it's actually really clean and it'll work really nicely. So I keep homemade stamp cleaner. That's another thing. I also want to show you guys the best glue stick in the world. It's important that you use a strong glue stick. This is Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength. You can buy them at Michael's, Joann's, and you can get them at on Amazon. That's where I buy them because you can buy a bunch of them really inexpensively. So I really recommend that. In addition to my usual Mod Podge, which a lot of people use for decoupage. But this glue stick is the best. One more tool that I think is really, really valuable for mail is weighing your mail, a scale. This is a food scale. I got it on Amazon, of course. You can get them at, Bed Bath & Beyond. The stamp scales that you can buy, postage meters, are really expensive. This, you just put your mail on it. Like this one weighs 1 ounce and 0.55, so it's like 1.5 ounces. So if I was gonna mail this piece, it would be a stamp and an extra ounce stamp. I find that a lot of people, they put too much postage because they just guess, and that can really add up. So definitely get yourself a good scale to weigh your mail.